Welcome to Module 2 of Universal Design for Digital Media. I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes introducing this week's module and just review some of the topic areas that we'll cover this week. This week's module is called Norman's Design Concepts, Learning the Language of Design. Last week in Module 1 we introduced the concept of universal design and also the recommendations and principles developed by the Center for Universal Design out of the University of North Carolina back in the 1990s. Hopefully you came away from Module 1 with a sense of what universal design is and is not, and hopefully you also got a sense of the different types of users and technologies that access and interact with the web. And part of why we started at that point with those topics in Module 1 was to broaden our sense of the range and diversity of users and technologies that interact with both the web and with objects and systems in the world. The demographic assignment from last week should have raised your consciousness about the aging of the population and the large number of people with disabilities in populations around the world. It should also have reminded you about the ever-increasing role that mobile technologies such as iPhones and other smartphones are playing in web access. This week's module will again address how users interact with objects and systems, including web systems. But this week we'll be focusing more on a set of design principles that help to explain how users understand and interact with objects in the world. We'll be focusing on the intersection between cognition and design in order to develop a set of design tools that will help us create more usable and accessible human-computer interfaces, or in other words, web pages. This week we will develop a set of design tools which will be our foundation for developing a rubric or a set of strategies for building websites that meet universal design criteria. As mentioned in the first reading for this module, Norman didn't invent the design concepts that we'll be reviewing this week, but he is credited with popularizing many of these concepts in his book, The Design of Everyday Things. Some of the terms and concepts we'll be reviewing this week include affordance, constraints, visibility, feedback, mappings, and also Kathy mentions in her video later in the module conceptual model. In the first reading for this week we'll review these concepts and discuss how they apply to both the built environment and to web systems. For the second reading, the inclusive principle by Link Rodriguez, we'll look at how affordance, although crucial for designing websites that are usable and effective, sometimes isn't enough to fully meet universal design and accessibility criteria. The third item for this week, a video by Kathy Walbin, one of the co-instructors for this course, will demonstrate how Norman's concepts apply to the web. There's also a couple of fun video clips we've included that help explain and illuminate the concept of affordance. This includes Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original version, and a clip from an early Star Trek movie. Finally, the assignment for this week will help lead you through analyzing a number of websites using what I'm calling Norman's design concepts. As with all modules, feel free to contact me if you have any questions.